Oh, what a knockdown! What a knockout! Sumiko Inaba is 4-0 with her third knockout win, getting it done in less than.
Ditcheva, a huge favorite at this point. Inaba has embraced.
Let's go, ladies! Let's go! Welcome to Africa!
Against the fence with body shots.
Combination again, punching her way out of these clinches.
Inaba not able to match speed on the outside.
Crashing in again.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn under the knee, finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
Sumiko Inaba didn't hold back. She went straight to the camera and dropped a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva. She said, and we're quoting directly, "Has anybody checked the hand wraps of Dakota? A right hand away. She's been knocking these girls out nearly cold, and nobody has batted an eye. I'll get justice for all these girls she knocked out, because she cheated. Plain and simple."
Has anybody checked the hand wraps of Dakota?
And a right hand. Away.
She's been knocking these girls out nearly cold, and nobody has batted an eye. I'll get justice for all these girls she knocked out because she cheated. Plain and simple.
Those words, right there, that's a serious allegation against an undefeated fighter sitting at 15-0. And it did not go unanswered, because Dakota Ditcheva, she doesn't do silence. She responded, and she responded with ice in her veins. Dakota said, "Yeah, it feels good. I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way. I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. I just get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers."
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way, because I'm not really bothered about like proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
Calm, cool, collected. That is a woman who is completely unbothered. But she didn't stop there. Dakota then took it straight to Twitter, now X, and posted this message for the world to see. "I knocked her out fair and square. 15 fights, 15 wins, 0 excuses. Come find me when you want to talk about facts."
Front kick to the face, and a left hand from Dakota. Immediately, this thing gets wild.
I hate to disagree with Ian Parker, but I don't see this going to round number 2 at this pace. Ditcheva said she won the first round knockout. She's so dangerous in these clinch positions. Inaba doing a good job of keeping her back straight, trying to fight that tie plum.
The replies went absolutely insane. Fans, fighters, analysts, everyone had something to say. Now let's break down exactly what happened inside that cage on July 19, 2025 in Cape Town, South Africa at PFL Champions Series 2, because the footage tells its own story. From the opening bell, Inaba came out aggressive. She wanted to pressure Dakota, get in her face and make it ugly. But Dakota had other plans. She immediately started using front kicks to the face, sharp, precise, and painful to keep Inaba at distance.
Right eye of Sumiko Inaba. Here's that tie plum, knee to the body. And again, Inaba doing a good job of just crowding the space.
Also, and she lack of body shots. Problem is, you can't trade a body shot for a knee in this position.
One of those early front kicks snapped Inaba's head clean back. A message delivered immediately. Every time Inaba tried to clinch, Dakota punished her with brutal knees and sharp elbows. When Inaba went for a takedown, Dakota reversed it and started unloading from the clinch, backing Inaba straight into the cage. Round 1 goes to Dakota. No debate. Round 2, same story, but Dakota turned up the pressure even more. Clean front kick to open, elbows slicing through the guard, knees hammering the body. Then around the halfway point, something happened.
Now this is where she was so dangerous, backed against the fence. With that tie plum, not having room to move.
This is where Dakota Ditcheva hunts the liver. She will attack the body with knees, and if she's given the space, rip.
Dakota appeared to injure her left hand. She signaled it to her corner. And what did she do? She kept going. She switched to more kicks, right hands, and elbows. Even with one compromised hand, she landed over 170 total strikes throughout the entire fight. By round 3, Inaba was swollen and exhausted, but respect to her, she refused to go down. Dakota switched stances, threw spinning kicks, landed leg kicks. She was clearly in pain from that hand injury near the end of the round, but she still threw a final flurry to close it out strong.
Speed on the outside.
Crashing in again.
Oh, beautiful knee.
Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn, another knee finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
There's that dip to the body that we were talking about earlier from the left hand of Dakota.
Final bell. 3 judges, 3 scorecards, all reading 30-27. Dakota Ditcheva. After the win, something unexpected happened. Dakota, this fearless, unbeaten warrior, got emotional in the cage. She acknowledged the pain in her hand and what the fight took out of her, but she also smiled, because she knew 15 fights, 15 wins, and the PFL flyweight throne is in her sights.
In this fight,
Spinning kick right to the gut. Ditcheva starting to clown a little bit. Mugging for the crowd here in Cape Town.
And then came the announcement that fans had been waiting for. Dakota confirmed she has signed a new contract extension with PFL, setting her up for the winner of Liz Carmouche versus Gina Bishop on August 15th. Dakota told the crowd, "I've just resigned with PFL. We've come to a great agreement and I'm looking forward to the next few years together."
Sumiko Inaba, because Ditch was too far away. Now this is where Inaba wants to fight. She's got to be careful coming in.
They want to be here, backed against the fence.
But here's the thing about Dakota Ditcheva. Hunger, precision, composure, none of that is new. Let's rewind all the way back to 2015, Birmingham, England. A young Dakota barely known outside of British Muay Thai circles headlined the night against Becky Caslin.
She hasn't even attempted the takedowns. Ditcheva's been very confident this fight's going to stay on her feet. Hasn't even had to worry about a level change.
Inaba tried to sneak an uppercut right up through the middle.
Becky came in confident and tough, believing she could dominate this young fighter. What she didn't know was that she had just stepped in the ring with a future star. Dakota came out calm, crisp jab, sharp body kicks, fluid footwork. Every time Becky pushed forward, she got met with a clean counter. Becky landed some shots, showed incredible heart, but by the final round, Dakota had completely taken over, landing a devastating flurry and a perfectly timed knee that rocked Becky and nearly ended the fight. The judges awarded Dakota the win. Another step on the journey. And watching it back now, you can see it all was there. The speed, the IQ, the composure. At 15-0, Dakota Ditcheva was always going to be here.
You know, the damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee left the middle from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off now.
So let's address the elephant in the room. Sumiko Inaba's accusations. Are they credible? The officials at PFL saw nothing. No action was taken. No investigation was announced. And Dakota has been knocking people out consistently for years. Long before this tournament. Long before the spotlight. The 2015 Caslin fight, no hand wraps controversy, just clean technical dominant striking. What Inaba may have experienced is simply what every fighter who steps in with Dakota eventually faces, a level of striking power that feels almost unreal. But feeling unreal and being illegal, those are two very different things. Dakota Ditcheva, 15-0, undefeated, unbothered, and with a new PFL deal locked in, she is coming for the title. The question isn't whether she belongs at the top. The question is who on this planet can stop her. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Inaba's accusations, or is this just a fighter struggling to accept defeat? Let us know. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell, because with Dakota Ditcheva, you do not want to miss what comes next.
Yeah, get that one now. She's in the driver's seat. Oh, look at this. Wow. Big mistake.
Busy is doing some damage. Not major damage. She landed strikes from the outside now.
Starting to connect with the jab. Santos is exhausted at this point. Blanchfield still feels.
UFC's rising star Erin Blanchfield just dropped a bombshell message aimed directly at undefeated PFL champion Dakota Ditcheva. And let me tell you, this bully-style call-out has the entire combat sports community talking. Stick around because Dakota's response is not what you'd expect. Alright, let's set the stage. Erin Blanchfield, currently ranked number 4 in the UFC women's flyweight division and number 7 pound for pound, has been on an absolute tear. With 14 wins and only 2 losses, this 25-year-old phenom from New Jersey has been demolishing opponents left and right.
Power in every single punch, and it does become a little telegraph, but I would like her to kind of cut more lateral movement and really set up that big right hand. She's got a lot of power.
This flyweights have come to fight, and Erin Blanchfield trying to close the show. It is done.
Wow.
Cold-blooded Erin Blanchfield stops Victoria Leonardo in devastating fashion. We can talk all day about her jiu-jitsu game,
but Erin Blanchfield is a well-rounded mixed martial artist.
But her latest victory over Tracy Cortez at UFC 322 wasn't enough. No, Blanchfield wants more, and she's got her sights set on someone outside the UFC entirely. In a recent statement that's gone viral across social media, Blanchfield sent a direct message to Dakota Ditcheva saying, and I quote, "I want you in the UFC. I'm going to win the title and be the UFC champion."
I'm going to win a title and be the UFC champion.
There you go. Let's hear it for your winner, Erin Blanchfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, that might sound like confidence, but many fans are calling it straight-up bullying. Blanchfield isn't just calling out Ditcheva. She's essentially telling the undefeated PFL champion that she needs to come to her promotion, fight on her terms, and watch her become champion. Talk about throwing down the gauntlet. Now, if you don't know who Dakota Ditcheva is, let me educate you real quick because this woman is different. Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva is a 26-year-old British-Bulgarian fighter with a perfect 15-0 record. That's right, undefeated. And it's not just that she's winning, it's how she's winning.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hand finish! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
12 of her 15 victories have come by knockout. She's got 1 submission and only 2 decision wins. This woman is a finisher. She's the 2024 PFL Women's Flyweight Champion, won the $1 million prize, and is the youngest champion in PFL history and the first British female MMA World Champion. But here's what makes her dangerous. She comes from a Muay Thai background. She was a 3-time world champion in the junior divisions and won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships. Her striking is absolutely vicious, with those body punches that have become her signature. So when Erin Blanchfield calls her out and demands she come to the UFC, you'd expect Dakota to fire back with some trash talk, right? Wrong. Here's where things get interesting. Instead of engaging in a war of words, Dakota Ditcheva took the high road with a response that's actually more strategic than you might think. In her statement, Dakota said, "This is how I'm going to build my brand and become a superstar, along with the fighting, which is most important." But yeah, kind of just got to go with the flow.
This is how I'm gonna, build my brand and become a superstar, I suppose, along with the fighting as well, which is most important. But yeah, I've kind of just gotta go with the flow.
Now, some people might see this as Dakota backing down, but let me tell you why that's completely wrong. Dakota is playing the long game here. She's in the PFL, she's undefeated, she just won $1 million, and she's building her brand on her terms. She doesn't need to jump to the UFC just because Erin Blanchfield says so. Think about it. Why would she leave the PFL where she's the champion, making huge money and getting massive exposure, to go be just another contender in the UFC's flyweight division? Dakota is building her superstar status where she is, and the pressure is actually on Blanchfield to become UFC champion first. And then Dakota took to Twitter and dropped her own message. While we don't know the exact wording, sources indicate Dakota's tweet was about continuing her journey and letting her fighting do the talking. No drama, no begging for the fight, just pure confidence. Erin Blanchfield, 14-2 record, UFC ranked, aggressive call-out style, needs to win the title to back up her talk. Dakota Ditcheva, 15-0 record, PFL champion, undefeated, calm and calculated, building her brand methodically. Blanchfield is a grappling monster. She holds the UFC women's flyweight record for most takedowns in a single fight with 8 against Miranda Maverick. She's got 4 submission victories in the UFC alone, tied for second all-time in the division. Her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials are legit. She's a former Eddie Bravo Invitational champion. When she gets you to the ground, it's basically game over. Just ask Molly McCann, who got caught in a Kimura, or Jessica Andrade, who tapped to a submission.
Officially 125.5 for Erin Blanchfield.
Dakota, on the other hand, is a striker's striker. Coming from a Muay Thai background where she won world championships, her stand-up game is absolutely elite. Those body punches are surgical. She literally won the PFL Championship by destroying Taila Santos with body shots, becoming the first person ever to finish Santos. 12 knockouts in 15 fights speaks volumes. She keeps fighting standing. She picks you apart and she puts you away.
The planet right now, fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos is in big
trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
So you've got the ultimate grappler versus the ultimate striker. It's the classic MMA question. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? But here's the thing that's driving fans crazy right now. This is the fight we need to see to answer the question. Who's really the best flyweight on the planet? The UFC has the most stacked division, sure, but Dakota's been destroying everyone put in front of her without even being tested. But here's what I think is really happening here. Erin Blanchfield knows that calling out an undefeated fighter from another promotion gets her attention and keeps her name in the headlines. It's a smart promotion, even if it comes off as bullying. She's creating a narrative where she's the fighter willing to face anyone, anywhere.
125.
Official weight 125 pounds for Erin Blanchfield.
Dakota Ditcheva knows that not engaging in trash talk while focusing on her own success makes her look professional and in demand. She's playing chess while others are playing checkers. By staying cool and collected, she's actually making Blanchfield chase her, not the other way around. So there you have it. Fight fans, Erin Blanchfield has thrown down the challenge, demanding Dakota Ditcheva come to the UFC so she can prove she's the best. Dakota's response? Essentially, I'm building my empire over here. Thanks. The question is, do we ever see this fight? And if we do, who wins? The aggressive submission specialist with championship experience in the UFC, or the undefeated knockout artist who's never tasted defeat? My take? Both women are being smart in their own way. Blanchfield is generating buzz and showing confidence. She's putting pressure on herself to win that UFC title, which could fast-track her to superstardom. Dakota is staying patient and letting her perfect record speak for itself while cashing PFL checks and building her brand internationally. This bully girl Shauna Bannon really messed with Dakota. She even said in an interview before the match that she would knock Dakota out in the second round. Is the knockout on your mind? I want to knock her out. Do you have a prediction of when you get to do it? Second round. Thank you.
Is the knockout on your mind?
I want to knock her out.
Do you have a prediction of when you get to do it?
Second round. Thank you.
After listening to this message, Dakota fired back with pure class and confidence. I mean, I feel very lucky to be on the card, you know. Like, this is the final for the athletes that are all fighting for £1 million. And I feel like only my second fight in PFL, I've been able to get on the undercard for that. It's just a massive thing. So, I'm quite proud of myself that, you know, I've been given that opportunity. But, yeah, I'm just trying to treat it as every other fight. I'm not trying to think too big. Obviously, it's my first one in the States as well. I want to make sure I'm making an impression, a good impression, and I only got like less than a round out of my last fight. So I want people to be able to see a little bit more about what I'm here for.
How do you look at this fight and what it does for you to be able to have now your second fight at PFL?
I mean, I feel very lucky to be on the card, you know, like this is the final for the athletes that are all fighting for £1 million, and I feel like only my second fight in PFL, I've been able to get on the undercard for that. It's just a massive thing, so I'm quite proud of myself that, you know, I've been given that opportunity. But yeah, I'm just trying to treat it as every other fight. I'm not trying to like think too big. Obviously, it's my first one in the States as well. I want to make sure I make an impression, a good impression, and I only got like less than a round out of my last fight, so I want people to be able to see a little bit more about what I'm here for.
But Shauna Bannon had no idea she would regret those words instantly the moment she stepped inside the cage. This wasn't just another fight. This was a statement opportunity for both fighters. Dakota Ditcheva, the rising star with devastating striking power, was facing Shauna Bannon, an aggressive Irish fighter known for her relentless pressure and warrior mentality.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fake! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
The trash talk was set. Bannon promised a second round knockout. Dakota promised to prove why she belongs on the big stage. The MMA world was watching, but what Dakota didn't know at the time was what would be revealed after the fight, a shocking detail that would change the entire narrative of this battle. From the opening bell, Dakota took complete control. Using her exceptional reach and technical striking, she dictated the distance and pace. Every time Bannon tried to push forward, Dakota shut her down with crisp jabs and sharp, steep kicks. The message was clear. This was Dakota's cage.
Against defense with body shots.
Combination again, punching her way out of these clinches.
Inaba not able to match speed on the outside.
Crashing in again.
Got beautiful knee.
Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn under the knee, finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
Remember Bannon's prediction? Second round knockout? Well, the second round arrived, and it was Dakota who was landing the knockout level shots. A brutal knee to the body visibly hurt Bannon. Dakota mixed her attacks beautifully. Jabs, body kicks, leg kicks, keeping Shauna guessing at every moment. Bannon showed heart, but Dakota was levels above. Bannon came out trying to make the fight messy, forcing wild exchanges. But Dakota's composure never cracked. Her footwork was surgical, circling out of danger and countering every aggressive attempt. While Bannon showed toughness, Dakota's accuracy and control of distance kept her firmly ahead.
Less than a minute remaining, guys.
I really admire that they just keep striking, though.
Yeah.
They move, they grapple, they strike. These are two women who love to fight.
Persistence.
Yeah, and again, creative cage work there from Bannon. She's always trying to get her hips to a better position. Nadia Vera disengaging there, smartly done.
Well, she's only got 30 seconds left.
Hand. Ooh! Bring me back to my Taekwondo days. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Bannon comes firing forward now, trying to close this out.
She's listening to her coach so well. He asked for the blitz. She hit the blitz. And
Beautiful.
look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
She wanted to finish in this fight, and she just might get it.
Oh.
Bannon trying to put an exclamation point at the very end on this.
Wow.
Oh,
how tough are these ladies?
Both fighters felt the pace, but Dakota still looked sharp. She used her jab like a weapon, repeatedly piercing through Bannon's guard. At one point, Dakota trapped Bannon near the cage and landed a devastating combination, jab, cross, body kick, that drew massive reactions from the crowd. Dakota's confidence was growing with each exchange. The final round was pure warfare. Bannon threw everything she had: high kicks, spinning attacks, rushing combinations. She knew she needed something big, but Dakota stayed composed, landing the cleaner, more damaging shots. Those brutal knees in the clinch continued to punish Bannon. A sharp right hand in the final minutes sealed the deal.
4-2 record for her, and we start exchanging leg kicks.
And I'm excited to see this striking exchange between the two. Yeah, Dakota, well known for that Muay Thai background, a record, I believe, of 11-1-1. Her mom was a pro fighter as well. She's a very similar style.
When the final bell rang, there was no doubt. Unanimous decision victory for Dakota Ditcheva. After the fight, Dakota took to Twitter to send a powerful message to the entire division. She didn't gloat or trash talk. She simply let her performance speak for itself. Her message was clear: I'm not here to talk, I'm here to dominate. The fight world responded with massive respect. Analysts, fellow fighters, and fans recognized what they had just witnessed: a future champion in the making. Dakota had backed up every word with her fists, knees, and flawless technique. While Bannon had promised a second-round knockout, Dakota delivered 5 rounds of complete domination instead.
A number of her fights at the IMAFs, some in Europe and then some at the Worlds, and she impressed me so much. I believe she medaled, but I saw at least 2 fights that she won, and the way she won them was with aggression and excellent striking as well on her side as well. So I'm very, very excited to see this title fight.
Shauna taking one of those tools away from her straight away. And Shauna is the more aggressive of the two. She's initiated the clinch up against the cage.
But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. After the fight, Shauna Bannon revealed something that shocked the MMA community. She was 7 weeks pregnant during the fight, and she had no idea. Bannon explained that she felt unusually flat that night. Her energy levels were off, her focus wasn't there, and the weight cut felt far more brutal than usual. At the time, she couldn't understand why her body wasn't responding the way it normally did.
Pose, waiting for that opportunity to free those hands and start raining down more bombs. There they go.
Big shots coming in underneath the armpit. These are huge. Kerry needs to mount some sort of offense.
Lovely right hand.
But looking back, everything made sense. The fatigue, the lack of sharpness, the overall heaviness she felt throughout those 5 rounds, all connected to her early pregnancy, which she only discovered afterward. This revelation adds a whole new layer to this fight. It doesn't take away from Dakota's dominant performance, but it does explain why Bannon, known for her relentless aggression and cardio, seemed off her usual pace.
You know, the damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way traffic.
Oh, nasty knee lift the middle from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. And now a left hand. And she's showing off, man.
This fight showed us 2 things. First, Dakota Ditcheva is an absolute force of nature. From the opening bell to the final moments, she controlled the pace, dictated the distance, and proved exactly why she's one of the fastest rising stars in women's MMA. Second, we saw the incredible heart of Shauna Bannon, who pushed through every round despite unknowingly fighting for 2. Her grit and determination, especially in hindsight, deserve massive respect.
Long-time trainer of Dakota. Oh, a nice leg kick there. That one hurt. Again, working that lead thigh.
And in on the clinch straight away. Shauna Bannon. And just with 2 shots, you could see that the left thigh of...
Fights like this remind us why we love this sport. Raw talent, real heart, and unforgettable moments between 2 warriors giving everything they have. Dakota silenced the trash talk. She answered the knockout prediction with 5 rounds of dominance. And she proved that when you step into the cage with her, you better come prepared, because she's not just here to compete, she's here to conquer. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more fight breakdowns and MMA news just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see. Kicks hard, Perney, I've seen.
There might be a little bit of a struggle for range here for Perney.
See another big knee, good sweep from Perney.
Amy Perney. If you don't know this girl, she's the only girl who's beat Dakota Ditcheva. Not only beat her, she made Dakota cry in the ring, and Dakota believes she's unbeatable. But Amy beat her and made her debut 1-0. But it's Dakota's debut, and it's not counted in her record. If we add this to her record, it would be 15 wins and 1 loss, not 15-0.
Fighting out of the Inferno Muay Thai fight team in Glasgow, Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and go absolutely wild for Amy Perney. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, Amy Perney.
Let me introduce you to Amy Perney, a name that should absolutely terrify anyone in the atomweight and flyweight divisions. Born May 6, 1993 in Glasgow, Scotland, this 31-year-old warrior has been dismantling opponents since she was literally a teenager. At just 15 years old, Amy won junior gold at the IFMA World Championships. The next year, she came back and won both junior and adult gold at the same event. Let that sink in for a moment. She was beating grown women as a 16-year-old teenager. That's not normal. That's exceptional. That's the kind of talent that comes along once in a generation.